Plenty to show you today on a brand new episode of Gadget Nation with me, Adam Carruthers. Hope you're doing A-OK. And we're going very industrial today. I've got some items to show you if you're a really active person. You're always worried about your gadgets. How are you going to take care of them? Oh, don't worry, we have you covered. Plus, plenty more in store for you, of course. So, let's start the show.
Another premium tablet by Microsoft, the Surface Pro 3, is expected to arrive in Malaysia by end of August. Designed with super fast 4th generation Intel Core i3, i5 and i7 processors, it will deliver amazing performance and stunning visuals. AMD has announced the world's fastest and most powerful graphics card, the AMD Radeon R9 295X2. Engineered for ultimate speed and performance, the R9 295X2 enables 4K gaming at maximum settings. It is equipped with an advanced closed-loop and maintenance-free liquid cooling system. Samsung Electronics Co. Limited introducing a new NX3000, the latest addition to Samsung's award-winning NX series of compact system camera. With state-of-the-art technical specifications housed in a retro design, the premium NX3000 is the perfect option for photography enthusiasts who want a stylish device that delivers crisp, high-quality images, capturing life moments in stunning detail with ease and pleasure.
I did promise you something really tough. So, Panasonic have issued out some really tough devices, and this is really for the active people out there, but be warned, it's not exactly the cheapest. However, you know exactly what you're paying for. It's rather interesting to say the least. Now, speaking of tough, can I get down? So, sometimes out there, you can take the gadgets out and it can be a little bit destructive in the environment that we live in, especially if you like doing outdoorsy stuff. So on the show, we've seen plenty of casings for phones, plenty of casings for other devices. We've seen devices which don't need casing, which are quite sturdy or waterproof at least, like the recent Sony Z2 that we recently saw. However, what we have right here is something which rather unique. I've not seen a rugged laptop in quite a while. And we also have this tablet, which is also extremely rugged. Not sure I should be doing that, but I feel perfectly safe doing so. They're both from Panasonic. They're both promising for the active user something which is uncompromised, something which you can take out, and something which you can feel very safe and sturdy with. Although perhaps it may look a little bit dated. So firstly, let's start off with this big boy right here. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you the exterior first. Now, it's got this grooved finish at the top, and it feels pretty sturdy. It's supposed to be waterproof, shockproof, and it looks pretty nifty, of course, dustproof and everything. So let's just see along the sides right there. It does look very old school. So we got all the basic stuff there. It is HDMI, obviously, right there. We got the two USB 3.0 ports right there as well. One of those can also be used for charging your device, Ethernet, etc. power. Over on the base, you can see right there, dedicated wireless Wi-Fi button to on and off, and a power switch as well, and a whole host of activity lights to let you know exactly what's happening in case you ever get lost. And it does have a slot right here for you to pop in a disc, etc. The keyboard, it's very old school looking, but it all of course adds to being rugged. And on top of that, you can see it does expand out like such to try to prevent any extra damage. This is actually running on Windows 8.1 Pro, however, it does not actually have any touchscreen capabilities. Overall, I think it's pretty nifty. It does feel archaic, but I guess that's a sacrifice you make in order to have such good conditions to use this in. is interesting. It's the Toughpad. It's also from Panasonic, in case you're wondering. However, it is extremely rugged, as you can see right here. Dustproof, IP65 rating. It's dustproof ingress, and as you can see right here, it does look very industrious. So obviously, it's very protected. You can see along the base here, it's got nice nuts and bolts, etc. And then along the side, everything is obviously covered and protected. If I just pop this open, you can see right there, a headphone jack, nice USB port right there as well. Over here, you can see all the buttons, and along here, we have the power point as well. So obviously, it's extremely sturdy. Now, if you look at this, the screen itself does look rather nifty. Obviously, it does do a very good job of just being a tablet with everything else looking more like a tank. And not too bad. However, one thing I should stress is the price of this is over 7,000 ringgit. You're talking slightly less than 8,000 ringgits. It's 7,607. I mean, that is a lot of cash for a tablet, but it's because it's all sealed in. I could drop this and I probably wouldn't feel too bad about it. Other things that you can see would be a little camera here at the front, and obviously, being a tablet, they have one at the back as well, right there. Now the camera, of course, is not going to be quite great, but one thing you may not realize until you come close to it is very quiet. Now it uses a new technology whereby it doesn't actually need a fan, so the power is only 4.5 watts. Quite amazing, very quiet and no fan needed. Overall, what do I think about these devices here? Well, they're not too bad. I mean, apart from the fact that it's extremely well protected, for example, this Toughpad, there's not much else to say about it, except that it's, well, very expensive. So obviously, this is something very specialist. Don't think a lot of people out there are going to be willing to spend over 7,000 ringgit on a tablet. One thing which I didn't show you there was this. It's quite cool, and then I can pull it out. This is a battery which you can go out, you can change, so you can carry more than one. So the battery is supposed to last you 8 hours. Underneath there as well, I didn't show you, but you can also stick in micro SD. It does have 128 SSD inside as well, and also micro SIM, so 4G, etc. There's other bells and whistles that you can get to it, like barcode scanner, etc. This locks back into place. However, I'd be very hard pressed to spend over 7,000 ringgit on a device with, well, mediocre specs, apart from obviously the actual design as well, being very tough and sturdy. Same goes with the laptop, which is quite light for something which is so rugged. But again, this is over 6,000 ringgit for a laptop, which doesn't really stand out apart from how industrious it is. So really, this is for the specialists out there. I can't really recommend it unless you go offshore, you're an engineer, in which case it makes perfect sense if you're on building sites, etc. If you're not, best to look elsewhere.